Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22 as we continue our Swiss chocolate map here. Haven't quite got to the chocolate yet, obviously. We still have barely starting to make milk. But we'll get there. We're going to get there at some point. Hopefully not take too long, but we got other things to do. But anyway, we just finally finished up contract number 22 here. We've had this for a couple months. I feel sorry for the person that we got all this from, but honestly, the equipment served us so well. We were able to finish a lot of other contracts in the process. So we'll go ahead and collect this. That is the last of the contracts right now. We've got this guy set up with the mower ready to rock and roll as soon as we fast forward time. And I do want to do that at some point. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward time more manually here. Just to see if we can get any other contracts before the end of the day. As of right now, we are a profit for the day, but that will dip back down as soon as we get dinged for the leasing costs and other things. So hoping we can at least knock out one other contract before the end of the day, but if not, no biggie. We'll start getting some stuff tomorrow because we are going to start getting some of our grass coming in. Although to be fair, a lot of our grass and stuff, pretty much all of it actually, is going to go towards our cows. So we're not quite at the step where we can actually make the money from this crop yield yet. But we'll get there soon. Just going to keep an eye on things for a little bit. We'll fast forward till it starts to get dark, and then we'll go ahead and go to the next day. Our big old giant manure spreader here. Watch the clouds roll by. No used vehicles at all. Wow, that's fascinating. I feel like we get a lot of contracts on the Elm Creek map. And there was a lot of plowing contracts on this map, but not a lot of other things, which is a bit strange in my opinion, but we'll get there. All right, starting to get dark. We'll go ahead and slow time down because once we fast forward, it will still stay at that speed. I'm going to go 9 o'clock because 8 o'clock is still pretty dark, I think. We'll end zip clock across to 9 o'clock, and this will be the day that we can start mowing again and start doing the baling and all that kind of stuff. So we'll at least have stuff to do today. Plus, we got new set of cows that can start reproducing, which is awesome. And there we go. Let's get you going right away. Let's double check. Why is it still growing? Wow, look at that tractor. This is a saddle track. Oh, this is the new saddle track tractor. Interesting. I mean, obviously we can't afford it. That thing is a beast of a tractor. Look at that big old giant thing. Why? I could have sworn the grass would have been done by now and ready to harvest. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this. Maybe it's going to be March. Because the reason I thought it was going to be ready is because it's like that darkest green, but it is not ready yet. All right, well, hopefully one more month will be all we need to get that to be ready, but it says it is still growing. Well, never mind. That is not fun. Saddle track. So what all can we get with the saddle track? Can we... There's different wheel setups, which is awesome. I mean, we're not going to buy this, but I am kind of curious. I haven't really looked at the saddle track really at all, to be honest. Where is it? Where would the stuff for it be? Under here? No. What is it? Is it class? It's class. Let's just do this then. Let's go to the class section, and we should be able to see it here, I'm assuming. All right, so we've got a pickup for grass. We've also got a... Okay, so this is forage... Oh, these are the forage yard stuff. Never mind, that's not the saddle track stuff. Okay, there's the saddle track itself. Oh, we can see the combinations here. Here we go. So we've got front unit, whatever that is. We've got a slurry tanker, which, truth be told, we do want to get slurry at some point. And then we've got a bigger slurry tanker thing on the back here. Oh, that's massive. Got the spreader. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. This actually wouldn't be a bad setup in some sense because we are going to be doing some slurry stuff. I'm not 100% sure what this is. Like, really at all. If I had to be perfectly honest, it just says front unit. I'm not sure how that works, but we are going to want to do slurry at some point. It's not worth that much. I mean, we could get a slurry trailer for, how much is a slurry trailer? I mean, considerably less, right? I mean, we can get any number of these with the little spouts on the back and all that kind of stuff. So we've got a lot of other options for slurry things that are going to be way cheaper. It's cool. I like it, and it's new. It's a different thing. That's the reason why it kind of jumps out at me as like, hey, this is kind of cool. But it's way bigger and way more than we would ever need at this point in time. So we'll skip out on that one. Unfortunately, is what it is. Still no contracts available. We are at 50% reproduction on these. It has dropped down because of the grass. We're out of hay. We're working on the grass now. And they're about to be out of the straw. So we do need to get some more straw today. You guys have another year until you guys are ready to go. But hey, we got 12 cows that are reproducing at this point in time. So that's pretty good. Let's go get us some more straw real quick, since we can't do the mowing anyway. Let's just drop. Oh, fold you up. Yep. All right, let's drop you there. We'll come back and get you in a bit. Let's. I'm actually gonna drag. Well, no, we'll just go get the straw real quick, as is. One bale of straw is gonna be plenty for a bit of time. Give us an opportunity to check to see if they fixed the cow pen straw dispensing issue. This crop of weeds over here. It actually does look like a crop, as dense as it is. As you can tell, I've given up driving down the road. This guy's doesn't have his crop in here yet. Shouldn't be a problem me driving around here. All right, and not that it's a problem normally anyway, because it's we can't destroy stuff anyway. Let's grab. At least this. What's this quantity here? That one's 9,000. This is 5,000. Sure, we'll grab the big giant one. Hopefully that'll last us quite a while. I think that's what we grabbed last time, isn't it? I might ought to have wanted to have the weight on the back here, but hopefully we don't get tipped over here trying to pull this thing around. Didn't really fork into it very well, but we'll get it back across over the field here. Oh wait, that was 9,000 liters. Oh, no, that's what I said. That's what I said. Yeah, yeah. This amount of straw should last us quite a while. We get this to go in there. Let me just open up the back, see if that will help a little bit. There we go. Let's open the back, and then we can drop it in there. Maybe it'll fold back up properly. Alternatively, could it scoop it up in its own? I think this is actually for round bales. Now that I see that kind of the shape of it, but we'll be all right. I want to say we got a square bale last time, didn't we? Maybe I should have gotten the round bale. Come on. Drop off there. Can't pick the fork up anymore. And it's not coming off. There we go. It might not work, though. I'm going to have to push it in a little bit. I'm going to move the fork out of the way, see if I can just push it in with the tractor. There's a will, there's a way. Well, we might need the forks after up. Sort of getting it in there. I want to fork it again because I don't want it to get stuck on there. Kind of forked anyway. Okay, whatever. We'll try it, see if we can fold it up with that. If not, we'll figure out some other way to do this. And next time we'll grab the round bale. I'm going to go around to the other side just to see if it fixed it at all. Does this thing run if it's not closed up all the way? I actually don't know. Okay, well, we'll come back around, see if that is the problem, or maybe it's just because it's not closed up. Oh, it fell out. That's all right. Really what we need to do is stand it up on its end and drop it down in there vertically. Can we do that? Okay, that worked surprisingly well. All right, see if we can figure this out. All right. So far, mostly good. Can we get it high enough? Barely. There we go. I think it works. We'll take it. Take two. I'm assuming this is still broken, so we're going to come way over here to the outer edge. Point it straight down, was it? Oh, come on. You need to go up. Okay, why? Got it pointed the direction I thought we had it pointed last time I did this. Stop doing the back. I'm using the joystick, and it... You know, if I just barely nudge the wrong direction, it'll do the other command. Okay. What says unload here? It's just going to unload the bale, isn't it? Okay. I guess that's working. Maybe I could have done it the other way. I just didn't see the unload here button. Oh, no. It's not working. Oh, it's being dumb. It's pushing it outside. So we do need to see this little thing. I mean, it's fine. We'll figure it. Okay, there we go. What? Way over here is where it wants to be? I don't understand. All right, so we have a bunch of straw sitting outside the thing, but we can figure that out later. It's not the end of the world. It's definitely not hurting anything out there. All right, we'll figure this. We'll see if there's. Maybe I could have still done it the other direction somehow, and I just wasn't in the right spot. It's just finicky, a little annoying, but it's all right. We'll put. Listen, I'm just gonna back this up right over there. We can find a way to pick up the straw later. It's not too big of a deal. If we get one of the total mix ration things, it's got the little kind of the vacuum thing on the front, the picker on the front, then that will actually allow us to pick all that stuff up just fine. But those are pretty expensive, so we might not end up with one of those to begin with. Took off on me. All right, so there we go. We're all right. I mean, I don't think there's a ton over there. It's what, a couple thousand liters, which, I mean, it is what it is. Nice little pile, though. It's a nice, neat pile. All right, how are the cows doing now? Cows are doing all right. They would have loved to have that extra straw, but they will survive. Other than that, got some more manure again. We still got a lot of slurry. Slurry's not even quite halfway full yet. Milk is almost to the halfway point of a trailer, which actually once it gets to about 4,000, we probably will go ahead and get a trailer to take it over to the dairy thing and start working on that. I could do it now, but I kind of just want enough to justify the initial trip. Other than that, nothing else to buy over here. Still no contract, which is very strange. We're going to start speeding up a little bit. See if we get us a contract here soon-ish. Check out our weeds. Apparently we can dig them up with a hoe now. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Getting out there with a manual hoe. There is one, isn't there? What's it in here? Not chainsaws, isn't it? I thought there was one for some reason. Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking something else. Well, then where would you find a hoe? I'm actually not sure what qualifies as the hoe on here. Huh. I mean, the chainsaws are just chainsaws, right? Just to make sure. I thought they might have had some sort of hoe, like hand hoe, or like, you know, like a thing that you can hold in your hand. But maybe, I actually don't know. I genuinely don't know. If you guys know, let me know. It's not that big of a deal. Don't really care that much, but just kind of curious. What else is in some of these other categories? Cool. Anyway, we'll just spray it down later, since it's going to, by the time we get ready to go, we're going to be spraying. Oh, snow's coming. Well, there we go. We're starting to get some snow. The cows are going to be nice and cold. Who doesn't like cold milk, though, right? I mean, come on. How much is it going to snow today? Quite a bit. Actually, most of the day. We're going to get a lot of snow today. So we should start seeing it on the ground here in a bit. Still no contracts, which we can't do a lot of the contracts when there's snow on the ground. So like the harvesting, stuff like that, we can't happen. So don't expect those right away. Still weird that the manure here is half as much as what it says on the little chart. Kind of strange, but what you gonna do? I'm assuming it'll trigger over to being snow on the ground here in a bit. We saw a little bit of snow on the French map. If you guys saw any of that playthrough. I mean, I did a little bit with it, but not, honestly, not that much. It wasn't really affecting us. We were fast forwarding to the next day anyway, so it's probably going to be the same thing today. Not really going to be affecting us because, yeah, we got snow, sure, but we don't have anything that we need to do today. So the presence of the snow is kind of irrelevant, and we can just fast forward to the next month and it'll be gone. Kind of hoping it would start sticking, though. I mean, it's been a couple hours. It's still not sticking. That's kind of peculiar. Is it not cold enough to stick? 33 degrees. So, I mean, it's possible it's not quite cold enough. I mean, 32 is the freezing point, but it really depends on the kind of the ground temperatures or like that. And I don't know if any of that's simmed in the game, but you can definitely have snow and it be cold out and it not stick yet because the ground itself is warm. Although we just got through January, so I would expect the ground to be relatively cold. Definitely dropping now, the temperature. Oh, feels like the snow's coming in. I guess I am just fast forwarding faster, but it feels like it's coming in harder. It's gonna get dark, but I kind of just wanted to see if the snow would stick at all. I mean, it's definitely below freezing now. There we go. Took it long enough, but it finally stuck. And then we're going to fast forward to tomorrow, and it's going to be the end of it. Like that it's not... There's no snow in there. There's snow on the tops of the buildings or anything. There's a little bit of snow in the cow with the cows. I think there's snow up there, right? Is that what I'm seeing? Yeah. The equipment doesn't have snow on it, but that doesn't surprise me too much. Although it is kind of cool that underneath the equipment, there's no snow. That's kind of interesting. That building's definitely got snow on it. We haven't got to see snow very much this game, so I'm kind of wanting to look at it a little for a whole second, but it's getting there. All right, well, that's it. We're going to fast forward to tomorrow. So we got to see some snow. Yay, us. Very quick episode. Really not a lot happening today. But this will be March, and we can start planting stuff, right? Oh, there's still snow. Oh, that I was not expecting. What is the temperature then? Currently 28. But it will warm up very quickly. So we should see the snow start melting here in a bit. Oh, but it looks so cool, though. I do like that. This is very, very cool looking. This is Switzerland that I was expecting to see, but more of. I'm assuming we can't mow yet, as it is ready to harvest. And if we go look at the whole thing's ready to harvest, all the same one level. So our experiment of checking to see if there's any difference over here has been proven out that there is no difference. So as soon as you can see the grass is ready to harvest, go ahead and cut it down and you're good to go. Other than that, obviously we got a big chunk of weeds over here. We do need the herbicide on this, which I'm assuming we could actually run during the snow. There's some used equipment here. It's a power push. Oh, we can get us a snow plow. Oh, that's not a snow plow. This is a chaff thing. Never mind. I thought it does look like a snow plow. And I bet, I'll be honest, I would be surprised if it doesn't push snow. I mean, why wouldn't it? Snow is just like it's kind of like the way chaff works. It's like and the silage stuff works. It's just something that you can shove around and stuff. So I would expect it to still work. What was I like? Oh yeah. What was this? So this is just a nice, good trailer. I actually like that trailer more than the one we got. That trailer can hold everything. I like that trailer a lot. How much is the one that we got? Because this one could hold 25 to 34,000 liters. And whereas the one we've got is down here, it's an owned item. I mean, it can hold 18,000, to be fair. It can hold enough. More than we're ever going to need. It's going to be fine. It's not worth selling this one just to buy that one. It's not worth that much to me. If we were like filling up this other one consistently, which we haven't even filled up once yet, then I'd be worried about it. But nah, we're good. All right, at this point, I kind of just want to fast forward till the snow starts melting. Because I don't want to... Well, since it's not actively snowing, I think we can go ahead and mow. Right? Or am I misunderstanding how that works? We'll find out. Or is it if it's snow on the ground, we can't mow? I honestly don't know. Looks like we'll be all right. It just looks funny. Pile's definitely getting bigger before and after, so it is working. All right, so that's good. Any contracts? Did I already check these? There is some contracts. Yay! We got a spraying contract, actually. And then we've got a couple sowing contracts, which we probably will take because we need to sow our own field anyway. Sowing this for oats, for example, and being able to just go ahead and sow our own field might be a really strong move. We've got a sower, but... And I've been holding on to it because I knew we were going to do something, but... Maybe the right move is just to return that. And then... Well, see, that's the thing is, we can't always count on having the sowing things at the right time, right? It's not a guarantee that we're going to have what we need. Unfortunately, all 4 of these are completely different pieces of equipment, right? Oats uses just a regular seeder. Sunflowers uses a... Doesn't that... actually, I think these two can both be the same. And then the cotton one is a planter. And then the sugar beet one... Is that a special one as well? I can't remember. I like that he's going basically over the same rows. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's the same size. It's the same mower we used before, but it's just funny that it's just stacking it all in one spot. I mean, if nothing else, taking one of these contracts will give us another tractor to use for a second. Yeah, I think we take this one. We're going to borrow the items just for nothing else. If we're going to have a second tractor, we're going to probably use you to seed our field real quick, and then we will go from there. We will need to fill you up with a decent amount of seed, probably. I'm not gonna... There we go. I was like, where's the button? You can do fertilizer too. All in one fell swoop. That is an interesting idea, actually. For our field. I wouldn't do it for their field, obviously, because we don't need it. I do have more seed over by ours in our little seeder, but it may not be enough. I'm probably going to have to buy at least one more seed thing, right? So big old beefy tires on this tractor. should not take long to seed this thing with this big massive piece of equipment. And we do want it to be oats for us. That's all we can see right now anyway. Just to confirm. Yeah, we can do oats, sunflowers, potatoes, sugar beets, sugar cane. For what we want to do oats. Oh, see? Some people told me that, you know, you guys have been mentioning, I've been getting a lot of comments. Hey, don't you know you can use contract stuff for your own fields? Don't you know you can use contract stuff for your own fields? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I've tried it before and it didn't work. Well, there you go, guys. You cannot always use contract stuff for your own fields. Certain contract things can work for your own fields, sure. That is 100% accurate. Some of them cannot, though. Now, what I bet I can do is I bet I can drop this cedar off. Go get, let me go, I was going to go around the back, but I just realized, well, we'll go over here. I bet we can go grab our cedar with this tractor and seed with this tractor, but the cedar that we just picked up cannot work for our own fields. So there's some information. I was at least partially correct when thinking that you couldn't use contract stuff for your own fields. We want this to be oats. Go over here and start in the same spot. It's unfortunate. I was hoping we could use the big cedar, but it's not a big deal. Look how much wider that one was than what we've got. So we can use the tractor or not. Oh, it is seeding. It's just got snow covered over it. So we can use the tractor. We just can't use the seeder. Fair enough. Which does mean we could use this tractor for some other things before we actually ever go see that other contract. Just to take advantage of a second tractor. All right, well, we're going to go put a cut in there. We're going to get these things seeding and mowing and all that kind of stuff. We'll come back next time. Hopefully, by the time we come back or shortly after, the snow will have started to disappear. It's nice to see, but, you know, it does interact with our things that we need to do. So we'll see. But anyway, I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to our first channel member ever, Telrenar. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.